Less than 24 hours after a Minneapolis jury found police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of murder, the nation's chief prosecutor is opening an investigation into policing practices in that city. Here's Attorney General Merrick Garland.
The investigation I am announcing today will assess whether the Minneapolis Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of using excessive force, including during protests. The investigation will also assess whether the MPD engages in discriminatory conduct and whether its treatment of those with behavioral health disabilities is unlawful.
Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges against him in the killing of George Floyd. The former police officer will be sentenced in about 8 weeks. Right now, we have Bloomberg Law's Ayanna Alexander, who's been following the case from day one. She joins us now. Ayanna, always wonderful to get your take. Tell me what your thinking is on Garland's announcement. What can we realistically expect from a DOJ probe into potential misconduct at the Minneapolis Police Department?
So to start with, this pattern or practice investigations process was something that was kind of abandoned during the Trump administration. So now that it's being renewed by the Biden administration, I've been hearing it may send that message to officers that misconduct is going to be watched more carefully, obviously, and what a time to do it than now. But I'm also hearing that this is still going to be a slow process. It's step by step. This doesn't mean police reform or accountability is happening overnight.
Really good context there. If the DOJ were to found that the Minneapolis Police Department practiced unlawful policing, I mean, the kind of action that would result, I'm guessing it's neither defund the police nor reform the police, but something a lot more nuanced, right?
Right. I'm not seeing defund the police or police reform coming that quickly just because a probe finds that there was maybe some sort of abuse or misconduct. That's definitely going to be slower to come around. But it may be a new take on what reform could potentially look like, or just accountability, and that would be relatively new.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.